welcome back to more Kotura-san on Metanorn and YouTube, basically. Except put these on my own YouTube channel. So, today I'm gonna do something a little different. This is episode 9, called "Everyone Is Around Me." I'm gonna go like brief summary recap, and then I'm gonna go into some, I guess, topics of the episode. So, the episode basically wraps around is, Kotoura saw the kind of a murder thing or a crime being committed, and it, I guess, shocked her, and she kind of passed out, blacked out, what do you want to call it. And she wakes up in the hospital. She says they let her go, and there's cops investigating the crimes, followed by a happy moment with Kotoura going out with like her friends to kind of a rundown restaurant, and then her grandpa takes them to a fancy restaurant where they run into her mom. There's a little bit of thing right there I'll mention later. And at the end, there's something with Moritani at the very, very, very end after the credits roll, which is a bit of a shocker to me. So, but that was a summary of the episode. Not a whole lot to discuss, but I'll go into the finer points. And my first one is CSI Kotura-san, which the beginning, like I said, the cops were investigating the crimes in the area, and I guess they've been saying that this is probably the third attack of like a high school student, but you have this old detective who just still considers high school kids, kids to him, is still that way. But then you have this, ditzy other detective girl who's kind of a dumb character. She's got big boobs, and she's kind of airheaded about the murder. But they did say something like she was getting sick because she's all the blood. So maybe she's using her, ditziness to get over that. But yeah, like I said, Kotoura saw someone get beaten, and didn't really get to see the criminal's face, which Yuriko kind of pestered her about later. She's like, "What do you mean you didn't see?" Like, well, not really that. She's more questioning it, like, okay, like, I guess nothing happened, so she kind of leaves it alone. So I guess she didn't want to push it too hard to make Kotoura like scared or run off, because we obviously still know Yuriko still needs for some kind of master plan later on. And it was funny that Yuriko, all she was worried about was like, your powers came back, right? And she's like, yeah. Yuriko's kind of like, oh, that's good. I don't know. I still like Yuriko. She's not that, I guess, evil compared to like Moritani at the beginning, but you still have to wonder whenever Yuriko decides to pull her, whatever you want to call it, her grand plan. It's kind of weird with her. And they do another scene where the detective kind of later on sees, like the older detective sees Yuriko, and he kind of looks at her for a minute. He kind of stands there and looks at her and just stares for a bit. I think he knows who she is related to. So I'm almost wondering if he's gonna come to her and be like, "I need your help to find the." Maybe wondering if the mom has psychic powers, or supposedly, maybe the daughter has some. I can see them doing that, and then Yuriko would probably find a way to, I guess, use Kotoura in that situation. I can see like something like that playing out. And more stuff with the murder case and the crime. I'm not sure if anyone died, but there's rumors spreading around the school that someone in the school knows the criminal who did these crimes lately. And since I guess half the school knows Kotoura kind of can read minds, they start piecing the puzzle together, thinking maybe it's Kotoura who knows, which seems a little weird. And they did something more Tani did in that scene where she was kind of hinting towards something, which happens later, which I'll get to that. And that pretty much covers all like the crime-related stuff. I mean, there's some more stuff at the end, but I'll get to that here in a bit. And another thing stands out with Kotoura is a comedy series. The comedy moments stick out. So next hell the comedy moments, which we had Kotoura and Manabe kind of hanging out because Kotoura was kind of scared to be alone with all the attacks that are happening lately in the area. So she kind of ropes him into this, like staying with her for a bit. And this guy, he's just trying his dead level best to not be perverted. He's just like, gotta think about other things. And of course, being Manabe, he can't help it when he's around Kotoura. I think that's like his kryptonite. She's just there like, oh, I can't resist. So, or temptation, I guess. I don't know. It's still funny watching them. And he kind of like finally gets a chance to leave, and he comes back because I guess he senses something, or I don't know why he came back, but he came. Oh yeah, he was gonna stay the night with her, and he comes back with a change of clothes and everything, and he rings the doorbell, and who's there? Morishani kind of grabs his face and like beats the hell out of him. And he's like later on, he's like in a like garbage dump, kind of like in a box, like don't feed the troll or something like that, whatever you wanna throw in there. That was funny with Moritani trying to be like this awesome bodyguard for Kotura at the night they're staying together. And after that moment, we had our grandpa calling Manabe like, "You messed up, you screwed up." More dark. Manabe on the other hand's like, "Oh, I'll do better, Grandpa. I swear. Next time I'll actually get to do what I wanted to do." Moments like that, they're nice because it's change of pace from all the serious stuff that's going on, especially this episode. And more Manabe, when they go to the I guess second time for dinner, because the first place was kind of a rundown joke troll area that the grandpa was messing around with them. He runs into Kotora's mom, because he sees them kind of like standing there not talking, so he's like, I have to give him props for what he did. Even though it's kind of bad when he like hitting on Kotora, trying to kiss her and all that stuff in front of her mom, and for a surprise moment, the mom actually kicked or punched Manabe and kind of looked at her daughter like, you can do better, things like that. And I guess she didn't realize that, oh, I'm showing my feelings, I should stop. And she's just like, whatever, I don't care about your friends, whatever. Not really a comedy moment, but I guess I can jump to the next section, is the WF parts, which back with the mom, she kind of mentions a little comment to her daughter, like, because she's like, I have friends now. The mom's like, hopefully they don't better hang on to them if they betray you, which might be a hint towards other things in the future of this series, especially with Yuriko, Moritani, because in the beginning she didn't really like Kotora, so it's kind of ruined. That's ruined ugly head again. In the real ending, we have Moritani kind of walking in this alleyway, and I'm not sure she did the crime, or was she just happened to be wrong place, wrong time? Because they do show her like falls to her knees and she kind of freaks out and screams, and because her hands are covered in blood and her eyes kind of go like wide. So I'm wondering, did she commit the crime, or did she just happen to stumble upon the crime scene? So I mean, they could spin it where she only fakes being a friend to Kotora when they're together. Since she has like powers, maybe she's learned, like Moritani's learned to just shut her mind off on certain things. But they have shown she slips up and does let little things leak out. But I don't know. Personally, I still think there's something fishy with Moritani. Yeah, she's changed her ways. People like her, but there's always a way she could turn back to that original self. So what do you think? Do you think she committed the crime, or is she, like I said, wrong place, wrong time, innocent, just happened to find a body, or happened to find the person being hurt? They did mention, or the preview did show her like in the police station, so I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens. And the last thing I recognized, I felt something weird when back with the mom and Kotora kind of in the same room or hallway, she looked at her mom's new boyfriend and kind of felt a little something maybe. So I wouldn't be surprised if he turned out to be a criminal and Kotora has to save her mom from being hurt next episode, or something stupid like that, which would make her mom realize the daughter's not all bad. But I still think Kotora's mom has this inner mindset that her daughter is just this terrible person for doing what she did when she was little. So anyway, hear your comments, and leave me a note or comments. What do you want to say? If you think Moritani's innocent, or is she guilty, or will Kotora save her mom? And is the boyfriend, her mom's boyfriend, the real criminal in this? Anyway, That's my thoughts on episode 9, so see you next time.